it's not for you. Don't you dare to congregate, I'm right for you. Plastic faces everywhere, made just for you.
Hollywood Horror Film Club, Ghostface, and Michael Myers collectors, thank you for joining me again here on the channel for another video. But before we start, please hit the like and subscribe button. It really helps the channel a lot. Hit the bell notification to be notified when I upload new videos. Hit the comments below, and share these videos with anyone and everybody you know so we can keep making more horror content here on the channel. Alright, so as of like a day or two ago, apparently there is news that the director of Halloween 4, Dwight H. Little, wants to make a comeback to the franchise, you know. He wants to make a comeback to the franchise. Apparently he even pitched a new sequel that continues after 4 or 5, something like that. Like, we'll read it right here in the article. And that's what's going on right now. That's crazy. That's crazy. And apparently he's interested in also working on the TV series. So that's 2 Halloween projects that dude might be involved in. That is badass. All right, let's take a look at the article from JoBlo.com. So Dwight Little is interested in working on Halloween TV series and has pitched a Halloween sequel to Halloween 4. Damn, that's crazy. That is crazy. All right. So he's pitched a Halloween sequel to Halloween 4. Apparently right here it just says about Michael Myers getting killed in Halloween Ends. Miramax getting the rights to the franchise last October. So they could co-produce a Halloween TV series. And one person who would be interested in working on the show is Halloween 4, The Return of Michael Myers director Dwight H. Little, who has racked up a lot of TV experience since his days of working on Halloween 4. There's also another Halloween project Little would like to work on and has even pitched a direct sequel to Halloween 4. Damn, you see? That's crazy. That would see the return of Danielle Harris and Ellie Cornell as Jamie and her foster sister Rachel Carruthers. Yep, that is sick. That is so sick, man. We've been waiting for some Halloween, like actual Halloween news for a while, you know? And this tells me that the show is happening. It's happening. They're scouting who they want, you know? They're scouting who they want to work on the project to probably make it as good as they can, you know? All right. So the subject of Halloween came up while Little was speaking with our friends at BloodyDisgusting.com, if any of you are old school horror fans, to promote his memoir, Still Rolling Inside the Hollywood Dream Factory. Copies can be purchased. Oh, never mind that. And his recent horror film, Natty Knox. I haven't seen that. I got to check that out. Natty Knox. So, yeah. When asked if he'd be interested in working on the Halloween TV series, Little said, oh, definitely. Yeah, who wouldn't say that, right? He said, oh, definitely. I mean, he says he knows Malik Akkad is the one guiding the project, but it's really Universal's play. I mean, I think they're really... I mean, I think that means pretty much since Malik Akkad is like producing it or whatever, but still Universal has some rights to it, so it's ultimately their say, you know, if they approve the script for the movie. Blah blah. He says he would love to do it with Halloween 4 writer Alan McElroy. That was one of the writers for the film. I think there was 2 writers for Halloween 4, but correct me if I'm wrong. So he said he would love to do the project with Halloween 4 writer Alan McElroy. Of course, we have to be invited. Yeah, you see, that's the thing. It's like when something is really popping and really cool, you can't just be like, oh, hey, can I be a part of this? Nah, dude, you gotta like chill and see if you're qualified for that. That's crazy. And he's a filmmaker, director, accomplished and everything. Even he's like, dude, you have to be invited to be part of these projects. That's some crazy shit. Anyways, yeah, he says Of course, he would love to, but you have to be invited on the project, and I'm sure they have people they're interested in. Yeah, like I said earlier, they're scouting for people. They're scouting for the best horror talent probably to get this thing going. Um, so we'll see how it plays out, but I sure would jump into it. I would sure jump into that in a minute if we could figure out how to make that work. Yeah, you see, like right away, who wouldn't want to be involved in an actual Halloween Michael Myers project, especially if asked, you know. But he says he's gonna let it play out, see how it goes. Hopefully they do get him, you know. Hopefully, man. Over the years, Little has directed episodes of Freddy's Nightmares, Millennium, The X Files, The Practice, 24, Prison Break, Castle Nikita, Arrow, Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D., Sleepy Hollow, Bone, Scorpion, From Dusk Till Dawn, the series, among other shows. You see, look at that. Look at that. That's pretty much all horror, dude. That's all horror. Like, come on, why wouldn't they get Dwight H. Little? Come on. This is some fucking awesome news, man. um, okay, so asked if he would make a direct... See, here we go. The meat and potatoes. Asked if he would make a direct sequel to Halloween 4 if given the opportunity, Little said, "Not only would I do it," damn, you hear the confidence in that, man? You hear that shit? I was like, not only would I do it, but he's actually already pitched an idea, you know? And so he's like, not only would I do it, I've actually pitched it. You keep Rachel alive and follow through with Jamie and Rachel. Ellie Cornell is alive and well and living on the East Coast. Okay, cool. And I just worked with Danielle Harris and she's a doll. I think that's a great movie. I think they should call it Halloween 4 Part 2. Just be upfront about it and say what it is, because that's what it would be. In my own opinion, more than a TV show, I think I would get a lot of attention. Yeah, so he wants to work on the TV show, but he's definitely more interested in making that next Halloween that sequel to Halloween 4. But right here, this gets interesting here. Halloween 4, The Return of Michael Myers is my favorite Halloween sequel, and I haven't enjoyed many of the Halloween movies we've gotten since then. My immediate thought after seeing Halloween Ends was the best way to get me interested in seeing more would be to bring Danielle Harris back as Jamie for a sequel that would ignore the events of Halloween, The Curse of Michael Myers, and just pick up decades after Part 5. I don't have a lot of hope that Little could get greenlit for his Halloween 4 follow-up, but if it were to happen, I would be very excited to see it. Yeah, you see, like I said earlier, so it's either going to be a sequel to the Halloween 4 or Halloween 5, which actually, to be honest, I would prefer them just to do the sequel to 5. Just so if you get that next movie, there's a lot of backstory to go off of, a lot of characters to be mentioned, you know, like there's so much they could do with it if they go... if they just do the sequel after 5, because Halloween 4 and 5 were kind of like intertwined, you know. They're almost like their own like separate little trilogy of or duo of Halloween movies, you know, because it all centered around Jamie, you know, and the second movie had to do with Jamie again, you know. So it's basically Halloween 5 is basically just a continuation of 4, you know, like Halloween 2 is a continuation of Halloween 78. Yeah, that's crazy. Yeah, of course, ignore the Curse of Michael Myers and all that. Because that movie, although the mask looked cool, the way they shot it was cool. The movie was kind of like hit or miss, dude. It just didn't make sense. There was a lot of shit missing from the movie that left you wondering, okay, why is that happening? Why is that happening? Like, this was never explained. But if they just go off directly from 5, because like I said, that's pretty much like a continuation of 4, then I think the movie could work. But I'm wondering what they would do though. What would Dwight H. Little do? He said Rachel's alive on the East Coast. So if it picks up if it picks up from Halloween 4, is Jamie gonna be in some kind of asylum now, just like Michael, you know, because she did kill Halloween 4 she did kill her foster mother, but in Halloween 5 was retconned to stabbing only. So would Jamie be locked up somewhere and now she escapes, you know? And now Rachel's like the Loomis, or Jamie's after Rachel now or something too, you know? Obviously Loomis would be dead, but they could probably bring someone in related to him, since he was, you know, there for pretty much everything that Michael did. Or if they go off from Halloween 5, well, what are they going to do about the Man in Black? Did he end up kidnapping Jamie at the end of 5 after he blows up and slaughters everyone in the in the police station? Would they kidnap her again and like release her as an older woman and have Michael go after her or something? You know, that's really interesting. They could go a whole lot of ways with this, honestly. And you know, that's crazy because we haven't even gotten any real Halloween news in like maybe a few months since they announced that Miramax had gotten the rights to it in the TV show announcement thing. This is the biggest thing so far. And then Rachel's character is apparently living in the East Coast too, so they could do some Jason Takes Manhattan shit too now, or some Michael Takes Manhattan shit too. They could have if it goes off of Halloween 4, they could have maybe Jamie be the killer now, and go after Rachel in New York. That'll be interesting. Or if they go off of 5, I feel like if they go off of 5 though, it's probably gonna be more like more centered around like the suburbs and because that's where that movie kind of ended. You know, it didn't go anywhere else. They didn't leave the town or anything like in Halloween 4. Remember in Halloween 4, they're driving out of Haddonfield. Well, in Halloween 5, you don't see that. She's still in the town. She just we don't know what happens to her now since it's up in the air. You know, after Halloween 5, we don't know what happens. And it's crazy to me that he wants to go do a sequel either for one of them. That'll be great. That'll be awesome. Which is like, it's interesting because like, damn, dude, I just gave my 2 cents of what they could do, but imagine what they're thinking. Damn, that's crazy. That's awesome. But thanks again, Hollywood Horror Film Club, for joining me again on another video. Like I always say, please hit like and subscribe, hit the bell notifications to be reminded when I upload new videos, and it really helps the channel. Hit the comments below if you got any questions or anything. Share these videos with anyone and everyone so we can keep making more horror content here on the channel, and thank you.